Welcome to Electrified. It's your host, Dylan Loomis. Just wanted to gather everything going on at Giga Berlin and put it into a nice, tidy package for you guys so you don't have to scour the web to try to find all of the updates that we are getting from Elon and the Giga Berlin tour. This first video that you see playing, Elon got up on stage and spoke for about 20 to 30 minutes. Some of it was indeed him attempting to speak German. You Germans, I would love to hear your interpretation of how well he did, but we'll get to the updates of what he said momentarily, but a lot of these things will be linked in the description below. First up, a quick update on FSD Beta 10.2. It's actually going to be coming Sunday or Monday instead of yesterday, Friday. Elon said a few last minute concerns about this build, release likely on Sunday or Monday. Sorry for the delay. Now, shifting gears to Giga Berlin and what's going on. So from Alex on Twitter, all the parts that you see are imported from China and no test run has happened yet in Giga Berlin. There are, of course, Model Ys at the event, and some people are saying they were actually built at Giga Berlin, but Alex is saying no, they've all been imported from China. There is no production or pre-production happening, just robots doing some program movements to make the scene come alive. No vehicle production is allowed until the building permit is received. Fancy that. Next up, this is pretty cool from Tesla Facts. Tesla says their Giga Berlin body line makes one new Model Y body every 45 seconds. That would be around 700,000 cars per year. Peak capacity in phase 1 of Giga Berlin, above 600,000 per year, even with 10% maintenance downtime. And Elon actually chimed in about this. As you can see at different parts in the factory, they have like infographic pictures and some descriptions for what's going on at each different section. But Elon said it will hopefully achieve sustained cycle time of 45 seconds at 75% uptime over an average week. That's around 10,000 per week if run 24/7. So doing the math, if you take 50 weeks in a year to allow 2 weeks for downtime times 10,000 a week, that would be 500,000 vehicles per year in that phase 1 coming from Elon. So this was an interesting video. Elon did mention that there will be graffiti all throughout the building on the inside and outside, and here was a quick video of autonomous graffiti painters. So a little robot painting some graffiti on the building. And it looks like it's going to spell out Giga Berlin. That would be my guess. Next up from Francesco on Twitter, just a quick video of one of the robots inside the factory, once again just moving around to help bring the scene to life. Nothing is actually being produced at the moment. And of course, the celebration of Giga Berlin would not be complete with an all-electric shuttle bus. So here we get into some juicy stuff. Once again from Alex, what you see in the back is a new color from Giga Berlin Model Y paint shop, supposedly the best in the world because of the depth of paint, not just different colors. The two new colors they start with are crimson red and a new blue, both with an amazing depth and unique in the vehicle market. So sadly with this image, it's of course not a great picture, but there's more. But they did have this vehicle on display outside. Now, I wouldn't get your hopes up that this type of paint is going to come off the line with this unique color and designs, but very cool nonetheless. And I believe Gally from Hyperchange was one of the first to actually share this picture in the news, but the picture is the structural battery pack with the 4680 cells, obviously opened just so you can see what's going on. However, I think a lot of people are taking this and thinking that the initial production will have the 4680 cells. I would not be so sure about that because Elon did say that the initial cell production will come from Tesla China. And if you look at Rob's tweet, this second part sounds like 2170s at the start for Giga Berlin. But we should have the 4680s with the structural pack by the time Giga Berlin gets to volume production, which Elon said would be in excess of 5,000 a week, hopefully 10,000 a week, which they plan to reach by the end of 2022. Next up from Adam on Twitter, seats will be mounted directly onto the 4680 pack. Then the chassis is lifted on top of it, no more robot arms through the door openings. And we have Thorsten sharing this image inside the Giga Berlin paint shop with some neon colors and just a quick photo. And then back to Alex, we have a quick video of the battery formation at Giga Berlin. Once again, all of these videos will be linked below if you want to check them out a little bit further. As mentioned, there are some test rides and seemingly test drives of the Model Y at the county fair. Here you can see a line and people waiting for their test drive. And once again, you see this special Model Y right down there. Next up, there was a thread shared by Casper. You know where to find it if you want to check it out, but I just wanted to show you a picture of the casting machine. It's almost like a factory inside of the factory, pretty massive and obviously drawing a lot of interest. He also shared some images of the body in white And this one almost looks like it's hovering mid-air, which is pretty cool. And he said this process alone has 445 robots. And Casper shared that the paint process uses 50% less water than Tesla initially planned at Giga Berlin. And he shared that 3 out of the 8 Idra Giga casting machines have been built here already. And he shared these images with that tweet. But here we have the updates, a lot of which came from Elon speaking on stage. They did do a Q&A where people could submit questions. As mentioned, graffiti murals all throughout the factory, inside and outside. Elon said that Tesla would try to take the Cybertruck to Giga Berlin if the regulators would allow it because it is such a big vehicle, and he mentioned in passing maybe they'll try to make a smaller one, but he didn't sound overly confident about either. Elon said that the FSD should be beyond a beta, and it's highly likely that it rolls out to Europe next year, and Elon feels really good about it. Next up, Boris Brecha is DJing at the event, and apparently he's a pretty big deal over in Germany. Elon said that the Model Y will soon use a front body casting in addition to already using a full rear body cast. He confirmed the Cybertruck will have an even bigger casting machine with an 8,000 ton press, and Tesla is aiming to start production at Giga Berlin in a few months. November or December is what he said, and they're looking to deliver the first cars in December. He said the start of production is easy, the hard part is reaching volume production. As mentioned, the initial production batteries will come from outside of Europe, most likely from Tesla China, until the cell factory at Giga Berlin is up and running, and Tesla is hoping for the cell factory to reach volume production by the end of 2022, along with volume vehicle production, once again excess of 5,000 per week, and closer to 10,000 per week by the end of 2022. Elon reiterated Tesla's goal of replacing 1% of the global fleet every year, which would be 20 million vehicles sold per year. And a cool note here, Elon said they want to put photovoltaics on the roof and the ground as well, as the goal at Giga Berlin is to have 100% renewable energy for the factory. Tesla is aiming to have the solar roof in Germany hopefully next year, and Elon said that he's not sure you'd ever want to cast the entire car, as somebody asked this question. He did say it's not impossible, but it would just be unwise to do so. Once again, volume production that we should see sometime mid-2022 will have the structural battery pack with the most advanced battery, the 4680s, paired with the best paint shop in the world, and more to come. And Giga Berlin will export cars to anywhere in Greater Europe, according to Elon. So for what it's worth, Elon did make it seem like the cars would start out with structural packs, but maybe with 2170 cells, eventually transitioning over to 4680 cells. Everyone is asking the same question: how hard will that transition be from 2170s to 4680s? Ultimately, Tesla wouldn't do it if they didn't have a plan to move over, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But that is all for this quick video. Like I said, just wanted to grab everything I could and put it into one small efficient package for you guys to digest. Once again, everything is linked below if you want to check out some of these videos and follow these people. Everybody there, thank you for sharing. But that is all. Please take a second to like the video. If you did, go and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters.